Is that we caking? Could be. It could be. That'd be pretty neat. That would be pretty neat. Well, what if I was to tell you we caking is here? Nani? There's no way. There's no way he survived that. Oh, but it's true. We caking did survive. And we caking is ready to party. No, I'm just kidding. I am ready to talk some hockey tonight. Honestly, we got a pretty exciting stream. Well, I'm pretty excited for the stream. It's kind of a little grudge match. I think this was the exact same match that happened on Monday. Come on, I don't know when the Hulu ESPN Wild thing is going to work. It's not going to work. They love blacking me out. If there's any, seriously, I feel like if there's anything they love doing, it's blacking me out. They're like, you know what? You don't get the game. 6:30. It's exactly 6:30. There's 4 other games going right now. The Wild game's just about to start. So we're going to do Wild versus Blackhawks. That is here in Minnesota. Of course, that means the Minnesota Wild is my home team, which would make sense why I would be cheering for the Minnesota Wild. Now, the other thing is you're going to be like, we caking. You're not wearing anything wild. In fact, what even is that team? It's a weird looking emblem. And I'll be like, well, kids, take a seat. I got a story. And I know you like a good story. And that's how I'd start it. I'm sure that would get some decent attention. But let me tell you, I was just outside and my ears are so cold right now. Oh man, my ears are so cold from going outside. Where are my eyes? Hey Google, turn on the stream room. Again. Sorry, everybody. I just got my lights turned on and my phone said it's not working. I'm like, why aren't you working? Why aren't you working? And gosh, it's so stupid. It literally makes you wait till like 7. It makes no sense. Here's 6:30. It's 7. Here's number 6. Oh, wow. Rangers. Well, I guess Rangers are away. I got the Rangers Blue Jackets game on right now. And we'll go camera live at once the Wild game has arrived. Once the Wild and Blackhawks game has arrived. Got one last piece on this thing. Balance it out. Oh, we got some rough stuff, everybody. Got some rough stuff. So let's go. Go live. We'll go live. I'll go live. Oh, I should shut the door. Shut that out. Pepsi. Hey everyone, it's We Caking tonight. Hey. I'm here tonight, everybody. Of course I'm here, and we're gonna talk some hockey. I'm gonna watch some hockey. Hopefully you're gonna watch some hockey. Hey Google, turn on the stream room. Again. Thank you. So now we got all the lights working, and of course, after our recent daylight savings, we're going to have more sunlight, which means these lights aren't really going to work. So that could mean I might start doing late night games for the weekend. That's an idea. That's an idea. So I will consider possibly doing something like that. We'll kind of have to see how I do proceed. But we're going to have a Blackhawks in Minnesota. Minnesota was in Chicago earlier this week. I believe it was Monday. And now we got the revenge match. I believe the Wild won. It was 4-3. I don't know if they went to overtime. Let's check. It was Tuesday. They won 4-3. The Ryan Hartman, the former Blackhawk, scored the game winner. And now this match is going to be pretty interesting too. Now, the Blackhawks, nowhere near in playoff contention. They're just a team that's playing for pride. However, it's the age-old conversation regarding hockey and all pro sports. Are you tanking? Are you not tanking? Is tanking a thing? Is tanking not a thing? It was Trocheck that scored. Dude, get this thing out of my life. All right. I have this pop-up on my phone that happens to like set up certain devices. Matter enabled smart home devices. So about like 2 weeks ago, I'm taking a side tangent. About 2 weeks ago, Nova Lance, our mod, the lady of the house, of the apartment, she started getting this pop-up on her phone about a request to pair a device. And of course, oh, there it is. Safety 101 is to not auto share your information with somebody else, especially somebody you don't know, especially anybody, right? Because anyone could send out a ping to, hey, you want to share your information? Oh boy, I can't wait to let somebody I don't know who I am. Oh boy. Oh boy. Someone wants to talk to me? Me? I'm so special. I'm so special. Are ya? Are ya so special? Let's see how good these lights look. Now my lights don't want to turn on. Are they all just hella dim? Oh, they're all just not connecting. Power, 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 power. Two now. I got two lights working. Come on, the wild game is struggling to cast. My life? Ultra rare. That's what I call my television. Ultra rare. Nope. You don't want to turn on Mr. Wild Machine. Come on, wild hockey game. Yay. We got everything working. It only took 10 hours. Ridiculous. Oh, no, my cast, you were going to fail? There we go. Come on. Chug it, 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 chug it. Ooh, I can't wait to show everyone the cards I'm going to be setting up tonight. You're done. Yes. What a beauty. How could I not be happy with? How could I not be happy with these cards? Hockey cards, everybody. I can't wait to show you guys the cards or show my viewers the cards that I have picked out for tonight. You guys are really gonna like this. Now, oh my gosh, I gotta show her the card that we packed. Oh, dude, I wonder if I could just do an entire game of some of these rookies. I don't know how many of these guys actually still play for a team. Oh my gosh. I seriously have one? That's Rax. That's so Rax. Dude, I actually am getting a lot of bedsies now. Like at first I didn't really have a lot of bedsies, but now I think I'm getting a lot of bedsies. I already have to whack jump to live. That's not good. Let's look at the team. Nope. Going to daily faceoff, and we're gonna look to see who the Blackhawks have on the roster tonight. Let's take a look. Starting for the well, I don't know if they're starting, but the first line for the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm wearing Colorado. My camera. Hopefully, is it really frozen or did my stream break? If you're okay, blink twice. If you're not okay, let us know. No. Where my camera? Where my camera? Where my camera? What's going on, camera? I'm back. I'm back. All right, all right. So for the first line for the Chicago Blackhawks, you got Ryan Green, Connor Bedard, and Andre Burakovsky. Second line is Tyler Bertuzzi, Frank Nazar, and Teuvo Teravainen. Third line is Andrew Magapiani, Ryan Donato, and Ilya Mikheyev. Rounding it out with the fourth line, Nick Lardis, Sam Lafferty, and Landon Slager. Are you a Slagmar? Talk to me about these Slagmars. How many Slagmars we got here? These Slagmars. Defensive pairings for your Chicago Blackhawks. You got Alex Vasek and Artem Lashenev. Rounding it out with second defensive pairing, Wyatt Kaiser and Sam Rinzel. Finally, Ethan Del Mastro and Louis Crevier will be on that third line. Wait a second. Are they doing a frozen face-off tonight? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nope, just a bunch of games. So that means we have to get the PlayStation fired up. PlayStation! And you'll be like, yo, Cake. And I'll be like, yeah? Why you gotta get that PlayStation all fired up, Cake? I'm like, yo, I gotta get that PlayStation. PlayStation. Yes. They almost say it French. PlayStation. PlayStation. But the PlayStation can run the ESPN app. Oh, could Chuck and Leaf out in the first minute? That's cool. Wow. That Eastern Conference. Let's go ahead and load up that PlayStation. Get these hockey games on. Now, starting in net for looks as are they doing night? Let's see here. Minnesota Wild, Chicago. Scott. No, can't tell. Can't tell. Bedard staying on the bench to start the hockey game. Shift number 2. We're talking about. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, he thought it was Monday too. No, it's Tuesday. While taking the puck, Johansson trying to center it, trying to find Nick Foligno, of course, the brother of Marcus Foligno. Marcus is injured right now, but his big brother. Oh, we got 4 hockey games on the PlayStation. Yeah. Yeah. Hockey games going on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got these hockey games going on tonight. Such a great mood. Such a great mood. This is just vibes. This is literally just vibes. This is what it's all about, everyone. This is literally what it's all about. Just coming home from your job, from your exercise, and just sitting down and talking hockey with the world. Talking hockey with the world. Whoever wants to talk hockey for the most part, as long as you're not crazy weird, come on over and talk some hockey with the cake. With we cake. We caking. That's me. Because I'm always caking about hockey, bro. I'm always caking about hockey. As the hockey game rages on, we'll get to the casting of the hockey game, but it's gonna be me. I don't want to say chill, but maybe a little bit more relaxed. Of course, it's my hometown, Minnesota Wild, so I'm gonna know a lot of the players. Azuki sends the puck up. Boldy's going to get that with the cross ice pass. Looks like Bobby Brink's also on the forecheck. Of course, Bobby Brink was acquired at the trade deadline from the Philadelphia Flyers. And he did score in his first goal as a member of the Minnesota Wild. There they go. Can Boldy get to it first? No, he does not. Is that Lashena that got to it? I can't tell. Now for the Minnesota Wild first line, you got Matt Boldy, Danilia Yurov, and Bobby Brink. I love that first line. Second line, Matt Zuccarello, Ryan Hartman, and Vladimir Tarasenko. Third line, Marcus Johansson, Michael McCarron, and Nick Foligno. Fourth line, Nico Strum, Hunter Haight, and Yakov Trenin. Where's Kaprizov? Is Kaprizov hurt? Quinn Hughes and Jared Spurgeon for first line. Jonas Berdine and Brock Faber for second line, and Jake Milton and the Armenian Zach Bogosian, the third line. Did you know he's Armenian? And I believe they have Jesper Wallstedt started in net for the Minnesota Wild. Kaprizov is day to day. It said Bobby Brink was day to day. Eriksson Ek is day to day. So they looks like Brink at least stressed. For some reason, I thought I saw Kaprizov too. That's at least what Daily Faceoff is quoting. All right, back to the action. Is that McCarron? Michael McCarron, number 47 on the Minnesota Wild. He was recently acquired too at the trade deadline from the Nashville Predators. But that attack didn't last too long. Blackhawks on the attack. Blackhawks get in that zone. Blackhawk get in that. Blackhawk get in that. Blackhawk get in that zone. Phone home. Oops. Then we're gonna go to. Am I going daily face off? That here? Yes. Yes, we are good. We are good. My ears are feeling a lot warmer. A little more of the hoodie will come off. Looks like so far in our hockey madness, the Blue Jackets have tied up 1-1 against the New York Rangers in Columbus. Of course, the Blue Jackets are in the hunt for the playoffs. Minnesota Wild takes a rip at the net of the I almost said Colorado Avalanche again, of the Chicago Blackhawks, but the Blackhawks ain't letting that puck go in. The Shunov going to bounce the puck off the boards, trying to set it up for his players. Nope, didn't make it to him. Instead, Jonas Brodin got the puck, allowing for a shot from the point. The blue line. Sometimes call it point. I don't know, man. I don't make up the rules. We're 4.5 minutes into this hockey game. Blackhawks look like they don't know what to do. They look like they're like, ah, man, this team has some weapons on it. And let's see how Bertuzzi's line, so it must be Nazar and Teravainen. Still shotless for Chicago right now. Minnesota Wild with 3 shots. Grizzly goes for a bouncing pass. That didn't work for anybody. Middleton tries to defend Bertuzzi as the Wild. Bobby Brink pushes the puck up. And an awkward icing. A very awkward icing. Now they're going to show a little bit of a replay. So like I was talking about a little earlier, everybody, Chicago Blackhawks, no chance they make it in the playoffs. They're not going to be playoff bound. It's not possible for them. It's not happening for them. Minnesota Wild, on the other hand, they are 100% making it into the playoffs. And now it's just seeing how the seeding is going to look like. It's all that matters. So the more they win, the hope that they can maybe topple some of their other teams. But at the same time, they're like, you know what? Maybe being in third is okay. Maybe I don't want to play the Avalanche in the first round. Maybe I don't want to. All right, Baldy. Minnesota Wild win that face-off. They drain that puck all the way back into the Blackhawk zone. Didn't take the Blackhawks too long as they take it down the puck. Sam Rinzel chops at it. Trenton and who is that? Sturm? 78. Yeah, Sturm. Nico Sturm. What a unique player, Nico Sturm. Minnesota Wild literally trade him to the Avalanche, and then he wins the Stanley Cup. And then he comes back. He's like, "Hey guys, trade me again." I do better. I do better when I get traded from your team than when I'm on your team. Blackhawks with a very, very, very aggressive icing. That puck's going back. That puck's going back. Now they're just bragging about Bedard. Drop that puck. Dude, there's so many ads on Daily Face Off, I swear to goodness. See, I don't get it. The ESPN app is like so close to being good with the people on the ice, but then for whatever reason, they're just like, we're not going to tell you what numbers they are. We're just going to tell you their names. And like, we can see the names. We need to match up the names and the jerseys. Puck in the wild zone. It looks like the Blackhawks finally got 2 shots on the net. Now, I did just upload a netcast a couple nights ago, if not last night. It was mainly discussing the recent trade deadline. And it was also discussing some other excitement, some other milestones that have happened in the NHL that have been a little exciting. So if anyone's seen that, let me hear about it. Let me hear what you thought. I I didn't necessarily have as many exciting facts as I wanted to, but I'm sure I'll have more on the next netcast. For whatever reason, sometimes my stream just like it's hard to set up. It like breaks all the time, and then you fix it, and it just breaks, and you're like, "What's going on? Why don't you love me? Why don't you love me?" And it just goes, and you're like, "Why?" And it just says, uh-uh. That's what it says to me. Mm-mm. Michael McCarron, the biggest forecheck I've ever seen. His legs are so big. Johansson had a beautiful redirect right in the middle. That bounced right off the net, and he almost got another opportunity to take that puck. Is that Bedard sending the puck up? Is Bedard's lined out? We got Teravainen. No, I don't know who the defense. Oh, I see. At least they try and tell you what position they are. Where is that puck? Dude, this game is moving so fast. Herrick with a shot from the top of the hat. No, the top of the close circle, actually. That didn't get anywhere, though. Wilder struggling to set up some plays. Right now in this game, both teams struggling to make a few passes. Nice thing one way, nice thing the other way. Now we got to see his favors challenged behind his net. Dart stuck his stick out. Wild send the puck up, and they just dump it in. Knight tees it up for one of his players. The puck ends up in the neutral zone before the Wild send it right back on in. Knight comes out to deposit. Scooped on up by Yakov Trenin. Now the Wild on an extremely exciting attack as I don't know who 37 is, man. But that's Trenin right there. He's going to be fine for that puck. This thing like works a little bit, but I don't think it's that good. Now we got some commercials, everybody. So if it, what which teams do you think won't make it in the playoffs in the East? Do you think we'll have Boston or Detroit fall out? Do you think that's going to happen? And this new Burger King direction, I'm not liking it. The Whopper. Now I kind of want a Whopper. Good old marketing, right? Ryan Hartman, they're showing Ryan Donato. They're showing all the players that have been on both teams. The Felina, of course, Felino facing his former team again. He was probably the largest thing that the Chicago Blackhawks sent out at the trade deadline. Yeah, they sent out their captain. And you're like, why would they do that? Isn't he important? Well, he is important, but he had a different role. And I think that's another thing that's really important to consider and think about in sports when it comes to your role, because his role was to train Bedard. His role was to be a good role model for Bedard, to show Bedard how to play. I mean, it's not like Bedard needs to know too much, but just NHL etiquette, maybe how NHL operates, and maybe give him some tips and pointers to be like, hey, this is really how the NHL works. This is how the NHL does the thing. So you do X, Y, and Z, you might be more successful if you do M&O, right? Those pennants a little closer. Let's go to the card view, everybody. Let's show you the players that I think is going to be important. That I think are going to be important for tonight's hockey game. God, Mizah, Slaggy. Who got the penalty on the Wild? Power play for the Blackhawks is that? Oops, as I'm setting up my cards. So pretty much what's going on in the hockey game right now, it looks like the Blackhawks have a power play. Bedard just ripped one right off the crossbar. Here they go. Blackhawks. Nazar wins the faceoff. Teravainen sends it to the front. Wallstad. Hold on to that puck. He's like, you guys ain't scoring on me. I'm the St. Paul Wow. You guys ever seen a wall? Yeah, but have you ever seen a wall in St. Paul? And they'd be like, why would I see a wall in St. Paul? Like, well, there is a great wall in St. Paul. They're like, what type of great wall? What great wall you talking about? Talking about that great wall. All that great wall this, all that great wall that. Why you talking about that great wall? And I'll be like, excuse me, excuse me. I'm not that one talking about that great wall now. However, that wall is great. Bedard, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Bedard just dug it right into the Wild, got a ripper off. Almost bounced to Bertuzzi in the left corner, but puck went a little too wild. Puck wild. Lashenov with a minute left to go in the power play. Gets it to Teravainen. And looks like that chip pass is going to be called off sizzle. That's off sizzle, bro. Bedard's like, I just can't effing score. It's funny reading the lips of athletes because you get to learn how explicit they can just be in their job. Green now skates it in. He almost beats Brodin. In fact, he does. Burakowski's in and sent it all the way back on the way, all around the boards, and Donato catches it. He's now in a big old battle with whoever 78 is on the Wild. I don't know that guy. Rinzel and Lardis for the second power play. Lardis with a very slow slap shot. Gus Gustafsson was already there. Donato with a beautiful setup for a centering feed for a slot pass, but the pass was a little too chippy. Rinzel recovers the puck at the blue line. He takes a ripper. Couple other shots, quick shots in front with the rebound. Doesn't go. Blackhawks have to figure it out still. 10 seconds left on the power play, and Ryan Donato will continue to advance the board state. Should I call it the ice state? What should I call it? I gotta think of trading card references for hockey. The game state. We gotta call it the ice state. Ice pace. The ice pace right now. We got to pay attention to that ice pace right now because you look at Bobby Brink, he's coming on in. He's not going to make it there. Oh, he almost said in the second. Boldy and Bobby Brink, they're going to make it in. Bobby Brink has so open. Get it to Bobby. Bobby has the puck behind the net. He's going to pass it all the way back to Hughes. Hughes sends it around to Bogosian. Bogosian to the front. That's going to go just a little wide. Brink picks it up. Wild now starting some offense. He dumps it to Hughes. Hughes swirlies at the top of the blue line, gives it. Oh no, he's playing faster than Bogosian can think. But luckily enough, the Wild pick it right back up. Weird bounce for that puck. Indeed, the announcer, that puck centered for no reason. Hughes again, his edge work is literally insane. Hartman now, he accelerates, makes it to the circle, can't get the shot off because a Blackhawk got a stick in the way. 7 shots for the Minnesota Wild, 6 shots so far for the Chicago Blackhawks. We'll do a view back to myself. For the Minnesota Wild, though, you had a while to look at those cards. You'll notice that we got Matt Boldy, Matt Zuccarello, and Brock Faber, the Brock star. Zuccarello tries the no-look pass. And Tarasenko is there. And he didn't get the puck. So missing Kaprizov is actually, that's the hardest thing about the Minnesota Wild is that without Kaprizov, you just watch them struggle, and you're just like, why is this team so bad? Like without him, like wow, you need him so. It's such a night and day difference. Zuccarello is just a B- player without Kaprizov. With Kaprizov, he's an A-tier player. He's B- without him, if not a strong C+. Like a 78.9. Beautiful bounce. Johansson recovers the puck. He gets another shot. Knight gonna put the glove on the puck and say, we just gonna freeze that play. Teams are actually getting a decent amount of attacks. Of course, the power play for the Blackhawks helped them out quite a bit. But for the first 5 minutes, the Minnesota Wild completely had this game dominated. There was no one that was actually going to keep up with them. They were on a burner. It was great to see. It was great to see. Let's catch up around the league. It looks like the second period's about to begin over there. 0. It looks like the Bruins are up 1-0. Pasternak's 27th of the year against the Jets. Islanders Senators 0-0. Blackhawks Wild 0-0. Canadians Red Wings 0-0. Rangers Blue Jackets 1-2. Connor Garland's 12th of the year, second, I believe, as a member of the Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets are starting to gain a little bit of hype. So, honestly, for a team with such a stupid name and such an awful logo and such a poor and pathetic culture, it's great to see them building something. We want to see it be good. You could just rename yourself to the Stingers. You could just be the Barons. It's that simple. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. It's that simple. You don't have to be Cleveland. Be the Barons, though. Just be the Barons. We just want to see the Barons. I just want to see the Barons. I just want to see the Barons. Did you guys know? I just want to see the Barons. All right, now they're zooming into Bill Guerin. Wants to see urgency in his team's play. Here we go. Let me show that face off. Back in the game. McCarrick was on it. He kind of won it, but it still bounced in the favor of the Blackhawks as Kaiser gets rid of the puck. Wild instantly recover. And they're already on the attack again. Johansson steps over the line. Beautiful centering feed. Can't get to anybody but Donato. Donato and co. Skate down the ice. They just give it right to Hughes. Oh, Boldy beats his man. Boldy got a really cool opportunity. He beat his man. The puck was right there, but he couldn't get the shot off. Blackhawks just walked in on Middleton. They almost got a shot off, but the other defenseman actually was like, hey, let me take away the stick. And when he took away the stick, I felt a lot safer. How is everyone doing tonight? I am Wee Caken. I am your favorite hockey personality. Tonight we're watching a little bit of Minnesota Wild, Chicago Blackhawks. We're in the first period. We got about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. 7 shots for the Blackhawks, 8 shots for the Wild. The way this game started, you'd be very surprised to see that the Blackhawks actually have that many amount of shots. Honestly, I feel like it came from the boost of confidence from the power play that they've had. And of course, the Minnesota Wild aren't necessarily making the tape-to-tape passes like they were in the first 5 to 7 minutes. Bedard's pass to Bertuzzi. Intercepted by the Wild. Middleton. Dude, I keep forgetting who 78 is. Hartman almost sucked that puck from Knight. That was pretty cool. Hartman got a little bump up pass. He almost grabbed that puck and shot it, but had a guy on him. Yes, today was a pretty beautiful day in Minnesota. Started out cold, got a lot better. 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 Know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. We're in a commercial break. Sign in the chat. Where is everyone in the chat? I'm surprised we have no chatters right now. How's okay, um, let's take a look at that chat. Mm, Get that. Let's get that live stream on. Hi, chat. How's it going? Yeah, that popped up. Woo! Chatting with the team or chatting with the fans? Oh, Mammoth versus Golden Knights. Oh, that's a great. Now, honestly, Maple Leafs versus the I no, I almost said Maple Leafs. I don't like the Maple Leafs. Honestly, I'm not sure. There's the Oilers are cool. The Jets are kind of cool. The Senators are mid. Almost every Canadian team is stupid. Give me the Nordiques. Oh wow, Mangiapane, a beautiful centering feed connects with the Shenov. And there you go. Blackhawks score first. Faber says F off. He's not happy about that. So how's this happen? Brodin falls on his butt trying to catch the puck. And Magapiani misses the puck, then reclaims it, which catches Faber. Faber commits to the fake. That faked both of them out. And who's that? Is that who couldn't get back? Hartman. Hartman tries to take Brodin's man. Brodin literally couldn't catch the puck and fell on his butt. Come on, Wild. All right, they're battling for that puck. Reichel, can you send it up? Is that who's 81? Is that Nazar 91? Nazar, of course, one of our players that I said look out for. You're gonna hear a lot of Nazar. I gotta talk about more Slager. I got my young gun Slager. I like my young guns. I don't have my rookie Bedard from Skybox Metals makes me happy though. I don't really care much for the extended series a whole lot. I mean, don't get me wrong. I try to get like 2 tins, so I probably spent like 120 bucks on it. It's kind of as far as I go though. Try to buy a tin or two. I never buy the box. I think the box is a little silly personally. I think the tin is good for storage. I think it's fun. Like the Yu-Gi-Oh tins that you used to get. I like the hockey tins. And you got the white boxes and all the storage. Shout out to all the fans that collect hockey cards. Hockey cards is a really fun extension of the hobby. You got to get into it. You got to get into it. All right, Minnesota Wild. Matt Boldy behind in the Minnesota Wild zone. He's going to send it on up. Who is it but Spurgeon? He makes it over the blue line, gives it to Bobby Brink. Bobby Brink can't spin it, can't miss it. He does miss, and it does not connect with the Wild. Bedard comes back, tries to get control of the puck, but Spurgeon quick with the stick. He says, and now Hughes has the puck. He's going to drop it for a streaking Boldy. He gets over the blue line. He loses the puck. They're going to call off sides. Oh, there's some rough stuff right in the Blackhawks net. There we go. We got punches going all over the place. There he goes and hops on in. Foligno's like, guys, stop. There's 3 Blackhawks and 1 Wild guy. So that's interesting. Boldy and who? Oh, yeah, give us some rough stuff. Dude, I'd love. Middleton, Bogosian, yeah, the Wild are not going to get pushed around. That's not happening, Blackhawks. That's not happening. Yeah, that's literally the Wild's biggest line, and the Blackhawks are like, "Hey, we're gonna pump into you." McCarron's going to the box for what? This is the hockey game. So Boley pushed Del Mastro. Who came in? Lashanov came in? Yeah, Lashanov came in and started punching Boldy. And Bogosian literally leaps into the pile. He goes, "Oh, let me get in there. Oh, let me get in there." That's what Bogosian did. And we didn't see any big punching, but we definitely saw some punching. You know what I mean? We didn't get the punching, but we got the punching. 5-on-5 with all the 3 Minnesota big guys in the box. Bogosian, McCarron, Middleton, maybe. And you have Bill Guerin who's not smiling. The coach is Haynes isn't smiling. Yeah, from the top. Bogosian from the top rope. Del Mastro. Yeah, it's when and then he got triple teamed. Boldy literally got triple teamed. Foligno was like, guys, come on. And then Bogosian's like, all right, none of this. I'm from Armenia. Whatever that is. I'm from Armada. Isn't that what Armenians on? He's from Armada. He's from the Armada. 5-on-5 hockey. Here we go. We're still playing. And I want to see this intensity heat up, especially for the Wild. You're down one, create some chaos. Let them know that you're there. I think that's another identity of the Wild. Boldy's back on the ice. He's going to give some cross checks or at least pushing a player. He's going to retrieve that puck. He's going to try and bounce it off the boards. Who was 37? I got to figure out who 37 is. Oh, Nazar. Dougie's on. Oh, who was it? Dougie's on. Is that Tarasenko? And then the Wild stole the puck right away. So Nazar tries to look flashy, tries to do a little spin move to defend against his attacker. And all it did is relinquish the puck. Now Faber's streaking in. He gets stopped by Lashenov. Almost looked like a little hook, but nonetheless, the Wild still maintain the puck. A thundering feed, and Hartman can't complete the. Oh no, that was Zucchi. Zuccarello cannot complete the go. 20 seconds to go. Faber sending that puck in. The Wild continue to dump it in. But that's not going to do him any good. Puck comes all the way back. Wallstedt sends it to Faber. 4 seconds left in the first period. And for the first period highlights, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Ilya Mikheyev's 13th of the season, assisted by Magapiani. 10 shots for the Blackhawks, 8 shots for the Wild. 64% face-off percentage win for the Blackhawks. So they're getting possession of the puck. And it's very interesting because in the very beginning of the hockey game, they had no possession. Now they're getting a lot of possession. Moving on to the hits, 3 from the Blackhawks, 7 from the Wild. And when you looked at the way those Wild players hopped in, you can tell that the Wild players are going to continue to do that all game. It's only going to continue to get more exciting from here. As we continue, 2 block shots for the Blackhawks, 3 for the Wild. Very, very even. 4 giveaways for the Blackhawks, 2 for the Wild. Blackhawks making more mistakes. However, one takeaway from the Blackhawks. I mean, looking at the score, looking at what some of these guys have accomplished, it's sad. I mean, when you actually look at the entire league standings from 1 all the way down, Wild are in 5th place and the Blackhawks are in 30th. When it comes to conference, the Wild are 3rd, and they are 3rd in the Western Conference standing with 90 points. So we're just waiting for the playoffs. Like I said, we're waiting to see the seeds. It's break time. We're on a period intermission. You know what that means? I'm going to take out this mic. We're going to go on mute, and I'll see everybody back in the second period. Second period, not the third period. Second period. Second period. Second period. All right, everybody, about to come back. About to come back. What the hell? Part two. Got some more hockey. Honestly, everybody, I'm just really hungry. I'm hungry. All those Whopper commercials. Might have to cop. Might have to cop. All right. 1-0 Blackhawks. We got a wild power play to start. Honestly, everyone, I'm gonna eat a little bit too. All I have is this little half of this Cliff Bar. Gotta get that energy, right? Gotta get that, not that. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, there you go, Zuccarello. No, it's not a power play. It just might be all the guys that are still in the box from the roughing penalties they all got, but it's still 5-on-5. Nobody made a bigger infraction than the other team. One last bite. Mm. That's chocolatey. I like chocolate. Mm. Not really, actually. All right. Here we go. No, Blackhawks ice it. Face off won by the Blackhawks. Lenshenev behind the net. He's going to push Kaiser up. Blackhawks, they still have the lead. Now, it's been a really interesting hockey game when I talk about the Blackhawks having the lead because it hasn't felt like the Blackhawks having the lead at all through this entire hockey game. All right, Wild. They grab that puck. They're going to push it up. No, oh, Bedard almost overskated that puck. Drops it back to Lashenov. They love using Lashenov, number 55. I want to see more Slagger. Show me more Slagger from the Czar. Here's Vlasic. Top of the hash marks. Nope. Top of the circle. Close circle. I don't even know what I'm saying. Blackhawks still attacking. Johansson takes that puck. Wild back on that attack. McCarron looked for Faber, but Faber's like, nah, I'm too tired. I'm coming off. Shredden just came and hooked Lashana. Who did he hook? Who's 46? Vlasic. This was one of the worst penalties I've ever seen. You're looking. All right, Bedard, let's see what you can do. You spin around, you shoot it to the front. Oh my gosh, did they score? Did Wallstead save it? What just happened? Wallstead had the puck between his legs. Nazar comes in like a madman, tries to stab the puck that he thought was there. And then the puck, and excuse me, then the net got knocked off the pegs. So Wallstead held onto the puck. Oh, Nazar thought he saw it between Wallstead's legs because Wallstead's legs were a little open. He thought that the puck just kind of was sitting back there. Dug at it once. Looked like he knocked it free, but couldn't get the second pull on it. Faber and the Wild take the puck away from the Blackhawks. They drain it all the way down the end. A minute and a half left in the Blackhawks power play to start the third minute for the most part of this second period. Nazar, Bertuzzi, Bedard on the ice. They drop to Bedard. He just comes in and rips the puck. All right, Bedard, what can you do? You got 45. Who did you drop it to? Nazar, dude. Bedard, Nazar. Bedard, Nazar. Benar, Nazar. Bertuzzi now has the puck. He's going to circle it around on the circle. Then he'll wait and hold. Gives it to Nazar. He's going to switch places. Looks, looks, looks. He tries to get into the slot area. Unable to do that. Loses the puck, and now it gets drained all the way back. Dumped into the sewer. Knight slows it down. Both teams going to change off the screen. Rinzel against Felina of the Nick. Now Green, Lardis, Rinzel almost with the flying V. They come in. Burakovsky now skates in from the blue line. Wilder at the full strength boot. Burakovsky takes the shot. Wallstead saves it. Bedard turns 21 this July, but will he drink alcohol? Will he? I wonder if Bedard will look at alcohol like it's cigarette. What am I even saying? Bedard apparently doesn't eat fast food. Everybody, did you hear that? Did you know that? I'm right here. I'm still here. We'll switch to the cake view. We'll switch to the cake cam. Hey, everybody. We cake. I'm the K. I'm the we cake. Do you cake? Because I cake. All right, Johansson, what you got? Bogosian's going to control it at the blue line, gives it right back to Johansson. Johansson gives it to Bobby Brink. Bobby Brink. And he just sends it right into three. Blackhawks gives the puck away, and he skates to the bench in shame. Wild now have to regroup. Hughes circles around the net. Him and Bogosian skate down the ice as a pair. Hughes sends Zuki. Tried to link up with Zuki, but Zuki couldn't handle the puck. And now the Blackhawks setting it up in their zone, but the Wild still harassing them. So they're slow to come out. Zuccarello. Is that Slager? No. I should say that for every Blackhawk. That's Slager. Is he 88 or something? I see a 8. I wonder if he got re-jerseyed, though. Some players get re-jerseyed. Zuccarello to Hartman. They weren't even talking to each other, apparently. Zuccarello. Zuccarello's that player that's like, I can play with extremely high caliber players. But we only have like one. You gotta love Zuccarello. Zuccarello just has to be one of the best players on the team. And he's so fun to watch with Kaprizov. Too bad they can't find another player that like can feed Boldy. I mean, Hughes helps. Don't get me wrong. Faber helps. But man, would it be great to have another player to set up with Boldy. That's why they're saying they're looking for that center. It's so crazy to me. The Wild seem to have most of the puck possession in this hockey game. Some stick just exploded. I thought it almost went into the stands. It didn't. Faber gonna go collect that puck. All right, Foligno. Can you skate in, score against your former team? You pass it to Johansson in the center, and he gets a shot. So here's what's happening. Hi, Brit and Grit. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Brit and Grit. The Brit, the Grit. Welcome, Brit and Grit. It's nice to see you. Wonderful to see you. What's the score earn? What's the score earn? Well, the score earn is 1-0 Chicago Blackhawks right now. Chicago Blackhawks are winning the hockey game so far. It's a weird hockey game because the Minnesota Wild has all the possession. They're getting the majority of the shots, but then the Blackhawks get like power plays and then they kind of get like weird bounces. So the Blackhawks benefiting from the puck luck, benefiting from well, I don't think they scored in the power play. But they're doing pretty darn good. Dude, talk to me about banking. Talk to me about US banking right now. Power of us. Us bank. Calling from us bank. I need to start saying that. Power of us. I know what that means. I was just goofing with you. Earned. I answered your question. I told you what the score was earned. We must acquire more puck luck. Yeah. We need to get the body board. Maybe we did something bad on Irish Day and we're getting punished. But we need more luck with that puck. Need more luck with that puck. More luck with that puck. More luck with that puck. Shit. Uh-huh. I'm hungry. Hungry. Mason Appleton, he's not having a good time. Bertuzzi's going to dump that puck in. Can Nazar get it from the failed attempt, clearing attempt from the wall of St. Paul? No, the Blackhawks don't. The Minnesota Wild not only clear the puck, but the Blackhawks have to figure out how they're going to regain it. They're not. They're just going to ice it. You do? Yeah, of course I did, man. I know, man. The man don't want to talk about, man. Don't know what you talking about, man. I'm so excited for this hockey game. Here we go. Did they ice it again? Blackhawks iced it again. They iced it immediately. You did? Yeah, she probably went back to work. Are the UD portraits actually worth anything? Aaron Johansson announces retirement from hockey at the age of 33. Was a flyer? One T. All right. Well, that's a sad news I learned on X. He was a great player. He ripped the Wild apart a lot. Some players, I don't know, some players are like, I don't want to make a big thing about it. And it's like, you're so important. Dude, Nico Sturm is just, oh, he is in pain. He is in pain. He's like, get me off the ice. Ow, 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 ow. So what happened? Grizzlick rips a shot. Oh, rips into his ankle. Wow, that makes me sad. That makes me sad. Well, what was his last team? The Avalanche? Did he win a cup with them? Hopefully he won a cup with us. I don't think he did though. Now the Minnesota Wild bench gets hit. Swagger attack is 84. All right. Get in there, Swagger. Go Slaggy. Go Slagmar. Dude, I'm Team Slagmar. Get him, Slagmar. Donato, he's going to hop in this mix. All right. Oh, that was what just happened? He like skipped in the air and like fell to his knees. Nonetheless, he lost the puck. He's going to try to harass Bogosian. Bogosian, the Armenian, tries to get it to Boldy across the ice, but a little poker from Slagmar kills the play. Well done, Slagmar. 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 Hey guys, my name is Slagmar. Dude, I don't know what people thought was so funny about Gus Bus the other day. We got another commercial break. Uber Eats so I can watch more basketball. Oh man. Do you guys want to pay twice for your fast food? You want to double the cost of your fast food to make it the same amount as a sit down restaurant? If so, use DoorDash. It must be such a weird thing in professional sports going from a captain to not being a captain. That's not how I would have done it. All right, Boley, he circles around the net, takes a shot, bounces off a couple of people. Bedard, he now comes up with the puck, turns, waits, takes a look. Who do we got for the Blackhawks? They're trying to attack now. See, it's a weird thing. The Blackhawks, they have more shots in the Wild, but it doesn't feel like it. It really just feels like it's the puck luck. However, the Blackhawks have been making a statement this hockey game, and they've been putting a lot of pressure on the Wild. Icing. What do we got for scores, everyone? The Jets Bruins game. The Bruins are up 3-0. Pasternak, Lucas Reichel, and Victor Arvidsson all scoring for the Bruins. Jets got nothing. Looking at Islanders Center, it's a 1-1 hockey game. Schaefer's 21st of the season, and Shane Pinto's 18th. He gets a shorthander. Looks like Slavkowski gets his 25th goal of the season, which is so funny that Schaefer's at 20 because Schaefer's going to be terrifying. Schaefer's going to be terrifying. He's only going to play more time, right? Hughes passes the puck to gets right over the blue line, a little give and go. Johansson. Second give and go. Johansson goes all the way around the net. Can't find anybody, and the puck's on his backhand and gives it away to Bedard. And scores. And scores. And his gold chain comes out. Wow. Bedard's big old gold chain comes out after he scores too. How embarrassing. How embarrassing, Johansson. Wow. Bedard and everybody, that was bad. That was bad for everybody. And then Bedard looks at the crowd. Ooh, Bedard looking at the crowd, give him a little heat. Bedard's starting to fire up. I like to see that though, honestly. Bedard, honestly, people would like Bedard if he wasn't on the Blackhawks. If he was on, if he, and I wouldn't say any other team, but I'd say a probably good 20 other teams, 25 other teams. If he was on, people would be like, all right. It's just crazy to think the original six. The draft is fixed, 100% fixed, 100% fixed, 100% fixed. So you're telling me out of original six franchises, Chicago Blackhawks, Detroit Red Wings, New York Rangers, Toronto Maple Leafs, Montreal Canadiens. There's one I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting another American team because there's four American teams. Detroit, Boston Bruins. So those six teams, right? Two of those teams don't have a first overall pick. So four of them do. Canadians have Juraj Slafkovsky. Blackhawks have Connor Bedard. Rangers have Alexis Lafreniere. And the Maple Leafs have Austin Matthews and John Tavares, who they of course acquired in a trade. Shouldn't undermine his value though. And that's gonna be a hard thing for fans and players because sometimes if a player's just not able to get something done in that city, and they're like, dude, I put all my time, energy, and effort into it, couldn't get it done, but I tried. Come on, Tarasenko, get a shot. Oh, that knocked off Knight's helmet. Tarasenko ripped that puck, goes right in his face. Watching goalies play without a mask was dope, though. Face off. Minnesota Wild power play in the offensive zone. Hartman's getting waved out. Boldy comes in. Yells to Zuccarello, I'm giving it to you. He does. Zuccarello misses the pass a little bit, doesn't catch it. He takes it way too easy. Took the pass for granted. And it just went a little bit past the stick, so he couldn't one time and really get a ripper right off the start. However, the Wild does control. Boldy, Tarasenko, right off the pole, right off the pole. And now Hughes, cross ice. Tarasenko takes the shot, looks for the redirect from Hartman. Cass ensues in front. And no go. They want that go, but they can't get to go. Oh, another centering opportunity for the Wild. They're really trying to connect. Is that Hartman who's standing in the front, trying to take Erickson X spot? It looks goofy because he's so tiny. All right, Hughes, stop, drop, Bob at Brink gives it to Boldy. Boldy skate that puck on in, and it goes all the way back to the Wild zone. 10 seconds left on this power play. 5 minutes left in the second period. Wild down by 2. This power play is so important. Johansson, the player that got burned by Bedard, the player that embarrassed his entire team, and Bill Guerin, tries to backhand the puck as he's a sharp angle. Doesn't connect with anybody, but it does stay in the offensive zone. Grenier can't get rid of it. Bobby Brink is just getting shut down. He's tiny. Come on, Spurgeon. Take that shot. Little bouncer. Comes out of the zone. Finally, the Wild score. Sturm? Boo boo, all better. I was wondering, like, yeah, he's not hurt no more. Sturm takes the shot. Was that Grizzlick? So no, that's Green. Green gets a little bit of a stick on it, turns it into a knuckle flub. That puck, it turns into a knuckle puck and just flubs instantly. So it doesn't get any velocity, only no momentum, and it throws off Knight. Just like that, the Wild are back in this hockey game, and we can be excited again. I hate it when they always score when I'm looking away. Bruins up 4-0 against those little Jets. Very tiny Jets. All right, Trenton, lay that hook. Now the Blackhawks are in the Minnesota Wild zone then. Bertuzzi got gifted a shot, but it looks like someone from the Wild got a stick on him, so he actually couldn't get a really good shot off. Walsett does save that puck. And now we're back to the commercial, the time where I should be talking to you about what's going on social media. When a Brady Kachuk, he hates hockey packs. What is this? These commercials, Pittsburgh Paints, they don't even have any words. Hey, the Jets got their first goal. There you go. Who's got some really stupid commercials, I tell you. Hey, Lafreniere scores. A shot for the Wild. All right. Oh, we're going to get some pushing in front. Ref got punched in the face. You can see the ref. He's saying, JC, JC. A lot of bleeping. What a huge dude. 6'6", 234, 232, they said. For his size. That's a big guy. Islanders Senators, that looks like they got a 2-2 hockey game going on over there. All right, wow. 3 minutes left to go in the second period. Nazar trying to make an opportunity with Teuvo Teravainen, 3-on-2, 4-on-3. They make the offensive zone, a chippy pass, but Bertuzzi still catches it. He's going to battle along the close side of the boards against Johansson and gives it to Kaiser at the blue line. Kaiser lofts it in, Wallstead with the glove. Going to put that play on. Where's that puck? We got to fight? Who's Hartman fighting? Kaiser wants to fight Hartman. Bedard got hit. And this is the part of hockey which, if you get hit poorly, get upset. But if it's a clean hit, get up and play. Probably the best part of the Olympics, honestly. The no fighting. You can't fight. You get hit, you get up and you play. Hey, Bubba. Hey, Bubba. Hartman's chirping Bedard right now. He's roasting him. All the refs are gathering. They're talking as a trio. They're like, all right, all right. Don't tell. If it's another power play for the Blackhawks, I'm going to freak out. Oh, no, Bedard's swearing. So Bedard like pushed Spurgeon in the face. And then Hartman just came in and pushed Bedard down. Because he's like, you touch my captain like that, I was gonna not. I don't care who you are. You could be Gretzky. You could be Crosby. I'm gonna push you. Like you think that just because you're the best player that you cannot just push everyone around? No one likes that level of elitism. Bedard's looking at it on the bench now. He's like, "Did I really get hit?" Yes, you did get hit, Bedard. From the Bedard to the card. Let's look at those cards. My phone's a little tweaked. Ta-da. All right, we back on in it. That puck sent all the way down Tarasenko. Almost got a cross ice feed, but it was a little too hot from the handle. Knight frees that play. We're going to have an offensive, a face-off draw in that Blackhawk zone. Wild trying a lot harder, it looks like, to make some of their offensive plays. Sometimes it looks like it's working, other times it doesn't look like it's going to work. Ooh, we got an icing from the Blackhawks? Yep. Come on, X, give me something good. Hmm. Bobby Brink on the ice. Please do something, Bobby. Height versus Nazar. Puck's dropped. Blackhawks win that. Lashenev gets the puck again. Bertuzzi, Bedard, Nazar, all entering the offense, all pushing up. They get over the zone. Nazar has it. He gives it to Vlasic. Vlasic gets the shot. It bounces right off of Wallstead. Foley is now the recipient of the puck. He stops on his defensive blue line, tries to send Spurgeon. Puck takes an awkward bounce, but Spurgeon still able to maintain possession of the puck, brings it behind the Blackhawks net. Now, still in possession, tries to center it for Boldy. Boldy not at the proper angle. He'll curl it around. Now Hughes has it. Hughes looking, thinking, doesn't like it. Gives it to McGovern, who takes the slapper. Held on to the puck is Spencer Knight. Now we're heating up, everybody. Now we're heating up. 43 seconds left of the second period. Come on, chat. What's going on tonight, chat? Bedard tries to set up a teammate, but it didn't really work out too well for him. But somehow the Blackhawks still get in the Wild zone. The Wild are pretty energized from that puck, but at the same time, as the period comes to a close, they got to defend against the Blackhawks. I think they're going to look to take a clean, fresh sweep at it in this third period. Sorry. This has been a pretty exciting game. It's crazy that a team like the Blackhawks, who's in 30th place, can compete with a team who's in 5th place. 5th to 30th. That's a crazy differential. But hey, Wild are out without their best player, of course, in Kirill Kaprizov. So you kind of just have to see what everybody else can accomplish. All right, everyone, we're going to go to the next intermission. I'll be back soon, Izzle. All right. We going live. Going live. We're gonna do the card view, starting off the third period of the game. Third period. Hey, let's go over to the card box. We're gonna go from the side again. A little far in there. A little deep. A little deep, lot. We have an allure pack for tonight, everybody. An allure pack with Nathan McKinnon on it. So far in our exciting endeavors, we've gotten one signed card so far this year. It's not Zach Bolduc, it's Zach Dean. He is now a St. Louis Blue. I believe he was drafted a Vegas Golden Knight. We'll turn this camera. There we go. All right, everybody. I'm going to put Bedsy a little bit to the side, Faber a little bit back. Send all of our players to the back. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Zoop, zoop, zoop. And now we can open our Nathan McKinnon pack. Right. NHL Allure 2024-2025 Hobby Box. We taken live right now. Minnesota Wild, Chicago Blackhawks. And the Wild are down 1-2 right now in this hockey game. Ooh, we get a doubloon? Did we get a doubloon? No. Thought we got a doubloon for a second. It felt so fat. It felt huge, everybody. Hey, Kirill Kaprizov! Kirill Kaprizov! Of course, that is the best player on the Minnesota Wild. Kirill Kaprizov. Look at that. That's so cool. That is so neat, everybody. Look at that. Kirill Kaprizov. Apparently, he is day-to-day, so he's not playing tonight. Jonathan Marchessault still in his Vegas Golden Knights outfit, but he is a Nashville Predator now, of course. Gage Gonclaves. Pops was telling me to take a look at him for our fantasy league. Gage Gonclaves. We got these light bars over here that I'm trying to balance. That's what you kind of see in the reflection. All right, that's our rookie. Sam Cogliano for our black bordered rookie. I forgot what type of parallel they call these, but it's a black parallel of Sam Cogliano on the Mighty Ducks. Quack, quack. '88, we got Patrick Kane. Nope. It is the other '88. Pasternak. The pasta, the neck, the pasta, and the neck. And that's a pretty cool, amazing card. We get the red-orange color flow with David Pasternak. For all you Bruins fan, this is a beauty. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Do we get a hit? I see a shark. I see a shark. I see a shark. I see a shark. 85. Aww. Shakir Mukmadulin. Yellow-green color flow. So Shakir is our big hit for today. We got a Mitch who's still in his Maple Leaf sweater. And Devon Tays for the Colorado Avalanche, the team that I keep trying to talk about. However, I keep misspeaking. Shakir Mukmadulin. That is our big player of that pack. Not what we wanted, I'll be honest. But at the same time, there's a couple, so like there's sometimes where I'm collecting players because I want to have the card for my cast, but I'm not like, oh, I need the signed card of them or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, it would be super dope, like super awesome to get that. However, the chance of that happening is just so unlikely. Like I don't want to chase cards for sports. I think it's cool to get really beautiful looking cards, and I want to use them as visual representations when I cast for everybody, but I'm not gambling with these cards to get the best card. I think our first quadrant of hockey games came to a close. 10 o'clock is our next multi-view. Now we'll have Panthers on. Come on, Panthers, Oilers. Who would imagine the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning to actually be this dominant? All right. Wallstead just came out of his net to play the puck to keep it away from Bedard. Probably a really good idea considered how badly he ripped that puck earlier this game. Kaiser gets tons of ice time for the Blackhawks. Gives it to Renzel, and now it's into the wild zone. Faber quick to attack and unfortunately whiffs on the puck. I guess and is that Slagmar? Get him, Slagmar. No, it's not. You're Evan Trennan for the Wild. A little chipper. Dude, I keep forgetting who's 70. I gotta look at some of the Wild's fourth line. I don't know the Wild's fourth line. Get it out of there, Wild. Oh, super big high stick on Middleton. Wow, they're instantly going to that power play. Sturm is 78, Hunter Haight is 37, and Trent is 13. Wow. So that last shot that went on Wallstead, it looks like it hit him in the paddle, but it bounced vertically and it almost landed like right behind him. Burakovsky's high stick looked like it shaved the mustache of Middleton. Minnesota Wild to the power play. Hughes take the shot right from the beginning. A scrum right in front. Who's going to get that puck? Who's going to get that puck? And I don't know who got that puck. All right, Hartman. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? He brings it in the zone. Zuccarello gets stood up instantly by Green, and they're going to call that interference or a trip or whatever. Wild, they're going to have a 5-on-3 for a minute and a half. This is huge. Because the Wild, not only are they down by 1 goal with 14 minutes left to go in this hockey game, they could possibly go up by 2 right now, being a huge swing of momentum. Even 1 goal is going to be frustrating for the Blackhawks. They work so hard to get those goals. Where we going? Where we going? Wild. Hughes to Zuccarello. They have won the faceoff. Now it just comes down to who will they get the goal. Hughes slowly skates in, gives it to Zuccarello at the left low point, and a power pathetic pass. Looks like from um, was that Johansson? Did he get off the? Dude, I don't know. But someone couldn't pass to Boldy. Hughes, Boldy walks in, ripped it. That went right off the post. It looked like it went in and out. Nope. What's Baldy gonna do? Curls around, thinking about where he wants to move. Baldy on the right side, far side of the boards, gives it to Tarasenko. Little catch, yeah. 40 seconds left in the 2-man advantage. Of course, there's only 30 seconds separating those two players. Baldy with another shot. Knight saves that. No go. 1943. He was 82 years old. Henry Irizawa. Honestly, I think there needs to be. I think every single like at the maybe like before the play, like the end of the Stanley Cup or something, or before something like that's like awarded or something. You take the time, or before the draft. Maybe it's before the draft. You take the time to take a minute to listen to what happened to all those players. That should start doing that. 30 seconds left. Minnesota wins yet another faceoff. Hughes and Boley keeping the play alive. Hughes waits on the top of the circle. Zuccarello skates in for a shot. Right back to Hughes. Is he going to rip it? He does. Shots go wide. Shots get blocked. 16 seconds left on the 2-man advantage. Boley takes a shot. Redirection. No. Cleared. Wallstead comes far out of his net to keep the play alive. 5 seconds left in the 2-man advantage. Remember, only 30 seconds on it. Stanko hits a post. And Burakovsky comes out of the box, almost gets a breakaway. Only 15 seconds left in the 1-man advantage. The Minnesota Wild without Kaprizov are just an embarrassment. Come on. You have Hughes. You got Boldy. You got Zuki. You guys are fifth in the league. Nope, they just gave the puck away. Breakaway for the Blackhawks. Can he do it? Shoots. It goes right on the wall. Said the Wild are still alive. The Wild are still alive. They cannot score on the power play. But now the icing's waved off. Wild back in the offensive zone. They're going to try to get that puck, but they cannot. But Dard skating at it like a bat out of the cage. I don't know why the bats are in the cage. Talking about bats and cages. I don't know about bats and cages. Come on, where's Sam Cell? All right, Blackhawks, what you got? All right, Middleton. It's a quiet arena now. It is so quiet. The Wild fans are so upset. A 5-on-3, and this team can't score. And that's another thing. How many big guys do you get? Depending upon how many talented guys you have, it needs a balance. Honestly, I thought Middleton and Foligno was good enough. Their deadline moves. Nick Foligno has, of course, you're going to get more veteran leadership, and he knows what to do. He just might not have the skill to do it. Blackhawks deep. They do twice. Oh, the one timer for Bertuzzi goes a little bit wide. He misses it, can't connect. He was ready on the back door. He was ready to plow that back door. Plow that back door. Oh, slamming that back door. Talking to that back door, the trap door. Apparently, my Panthers game doesn't want to play. While they're attacking yet again. But can they make passes? These passes, are they connecting? These shots, it just looks like it just feels like 4 or 5 people get in front of the net, and then the puck just can't make it there. I mean, that's classic hockey, right? But it's you look at this game, you consider this game like bottom 5. They're a bottom 5 team, and you're a top 5 team, and you just can't beat them. That 5-on-3 is going to haunt them if they don't win this hockey game, I tell you. But if you're a Blackhawks fan, you're like, hey, we have holes. We can acknowledge that we have holes, but at the same time, even though we have those holes, Bobby Brink just got stood up. What a pathetic play. Where are we going? Hughes comes in, shoots the puck at the net. Knight saves it. 28 shots for the Wild, 20 shots for the Blackhawks as of right now. As of right now. In this video right now. I'm sorry, everybody. I should have told you what I was doing. There's some guys that I knew from school that actually started their own channel. So they're putting some videos up. I thought I'd just watch it while we got a commercial. 30 seconds left in it, man. That's a pretty funny video. See how stressed out they both got. Wow, don't know what I just watched. Don't know what I just watched, but I do know that we're locked in. We got 8 more minutes left of this hockey game going on right now. Everybody, Minnesota Wild, Chicago Blackhawks. One of these teams is making the playoffs. One of these teams is not making the playoffs. Is that the team with the breakaway? Bertuzzi backhands it. No goal, crossbar. He had a breakaway too. And to answer that question, it was not the team with the breakaway. Bertuzzi just starts smashing a stick. He's like, it's a sticks problem. Equipment manager's like, I'll take that stick away. Breakaway, front hand, backhand. Oh man, great, great shot for Bertuzzi, but it just goes right off the crossbar. Just goes a little too high. Good old hockey players like, this stick isn't good enough. Break stick. 8 minutes left of hockey. Let's lock in. Favor behind the net. Thinks about what he's going to do. He's going to bounce it off that board. Tries to send Trennan. No, I think that is 22. I don't know. I don't know more. Sometimes you kind of call out random names and to see if the fans are like watching. Bedard pushes forward, takes the shot. Blocker. Wallstead fully there to pick up the loose change. Trying to figure out what to do with the puck. Hodges getting the Blackhawks going to try and take it away. Bedard looking hungry, but Faber erupts with the puck into the Blackhawks zone. Gives it to Johansson, who of course had that embarrassing pass right into Bedard. And just like that again, Magapiani, who's had a very, very, very poor season with the Oilers, I think it was on the Flames. He was doing so decent with the Flames, and then the Flames burnt out. They were extinguished. What a poor franchise right now is the Flames. We go into a commercial break. We are. Ooh, and signed Eklund. Oh man, I haven't got any of this new set. Mm. Let's look what we got going around the league, everybody. Let's look what we got going around the league. Seattle Kraken are losing to the Nashville Predators. They're down 1-2 in the third period as 19 minutes are on the clock. You got the Kraken, 40 seconds left in their power play. Kitties and Oilers. Kitties are up 2-0. They want to make sure that those Oilers know, like, yeah, those cup wins weren't flukes. We got Chucky. Yeah, Barkov would be great to have back, but Chucky's pretty decent. They don't want to lose to them. And the Panthers know like they need to win every game. They have to win every single game to make the playoffs. It seems literally impossible for them because they're losing to not the best teams. They have 69 points and they'd have to get up to 80 points. So they have to win 10 games straight to even think about it. For it to even be a conversation, which is definitely not happening. 100% not happening. Continuing on with the games that have concluded, the Blue Jackets embarrassed the Rangers 6-3. So the Rangers just continue to feel the pain, just continue to feel the embarrassment. It's gotta be rough to be a Ranger. Red Wings beat the Canadiens 3-1. So Slavkowski scored, but it's not going to stop Kopp, DeBrincat, and Comfort, it looked like, for today. Islanders lost to the Senators 3-2. Sounds like Kachuk scores with 13 seconds left to go in the hockey game. So 19:47 into that third period. That's got to be just a soul crusher. Bruins embarrass the Jets by beating them 6-1 on the Bruins home ice. And that's all the games that have concluded for the night. Of course, Lightning, Canucks, Mammoth, Golden Knights, Sabres, Sharks, and Flyers, Kings are all about to start about 9:30. Way more hockey where that's coming from. Delayed penalty. Blackhawks to another power play, dude. Looks like it's Trennan. He chopped someone. Blackhawks in that power play, man. All right, Blackhawks. Bedard, close circle, waits, shoots. Oh, looks like Bedard's nose got cut by his visor. Bedard is just so spectacularly accurate. That shot on Wallstead, incredible. Bedard again in the same spot, rips it, goes a little bit wide, but Wallstead's like, I'm saving that puck. That's going right in this glove. Hmm. Drop that puck. About 6 minutes to go in the game. Dard, same spot again. Sends it to Nazar, who's right in the slot. It's bouncing around Bertuzzi. A little punch in the glove. Wild clear that puck. Lashenov, dude. I gotta look at Lashenov. Lashenov's getting a ridiculous amount of ice. I'm looking at it right now in fantasy. I gotta look at Lashenov right now in fantasy. Nazar, all right, he's in the zone. Back to Lashenov. Who's he looking for? Bedard. Bedizzle gets that puck slashed right out of his hands. And I am crushing my opponent in fantasy hockey. Joel Eriksson Ek is out. Gibson, oh my gosh. 8.4 points. I'll take that. Bertuzzi missed another great opportunity. Battle behind the boards, behind the net of the Wild. Spurgeon, Brodeen, Foligno, Bedard in the same spot with the redirect in his body. Wants that upper 90 corner. Give him that corner. Lashenov waiting as he comes on over, drops it to Bedard. Bedard's going to switch from the right to the left. Burakovsky. Bedard comes in with a little speed. Sick handles, rips it from the slot. Blocked by McCarron. Bedard's got a good 5-6 rips on this power play. This is what you want to see. The Wild can't figure this out. The Wild can't get this many shots, which is embarrassing right now. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. I gotta see how you spell Vlasic lost his, I know that was Kaiser lost his footing. Renzel just skates right up to the net, shoots right on Wallstead, and more tough stuff in front of the Wild net. Oh, Donato's going to be fighting. Donato and who is that? McCarron, they're fighting. Are we going to have a fight with? Are we going to have a fight with Milton? Milton punching too. Fists are flying. Take the fist. Take the fist. You want this fist? You want this fist? Take this fist. Yeah, 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 yeah. You take this fist. Sounds like a X-rated movie. And now they all just look at the. Now they all just stare at the Jumbotron. So what happened? Blackhawks shoot on Wallstead, loose. Oh, McCarron just comes and just decks Donato. Yeah. McCarron's like, yeah, you want this? You want this? You want this? And Donato's like, I'm not just gonna get punched. And then McCarron's like, yeah, you are. Donato got the crap kicked out of him. McCarron literally just punched him in the face like 6 times. One, two, three, four. Donato, McCarron talking to each other. If the Minnesota Wild, gosh, there's a difference in being tough and the difference in losing to a bottom 5 team. Oh, I'm waiting. I'm watching right now because they're just waiting to see all the penalties that are being assessed. So I should probably hop to ESPN, look at the box score so I can see the actual names of the Blackhawks players. So he's not bad. Lashenev actually isn't super bad. This guy's on the ice the entire game. Now Hines is yelling at the ref. Hey, forget it. I feel like Hines is like a, hey, forget about it. Forget about it. He's like, she's got that Joyzy. He's like, hey, forget about it. Forget about it. But you ain't forget about it. I can't forget about it. You forgetting about it. I will never forget about it. I will never forget about it. Dude, I'm trying to figure out this new phone, man. All right, Hughes. 4 minutes in this hockey game. What you gonna do? You're gonna send it deep, and it was offsides. So the Wild all curl out. No icing on the play. No power plays. And Magapiani comes in. He tries to get a quick shot. It looks like it just went left of the goal. Hughes in the corner, trying to dig it out, had a little bit of a stutter. So the Wild struggling to get that puck out. Bobby Brink with the hit. He falls to the ice. It's been pretty invisible this hockey game, I hate to say. Come on, guys. Whack, 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 whack. Hughes trying to get away from Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi steals it, but ice is slippery, so he falls and wipes out. Again, the Wild try to make a play with it. Hughes can't take a pass. It's way too hot. It's going to bounce off his stick. And guess who has it? Levshenov. God, this guy, Levshenov literally has the puck half the game. He's had the puck like the entire game. He's been on the ice like the entire game. Oh, Bedard almost gets set up again, but he whipped it. Johansson's trying to come the other way, but he gets the puck stolen from him. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. The Blackhawks are happy they're probably beating a playoff team, but at the same time, they're like, you know what? We don't want to win. We want Gavin McKenna. Here we go. Minnesota in the offensive zone. Wallstead to the bench. Zuccarello looks, shoots, bounces right off of 48 on the Blackhawks. It does come all the way out of the zone. Hughes is quick to the puck. And to Teuvo Teravainen. He wants that empty net, so he's going to sit in the neutral zone. Wilder just going to send that puck in. And again, it looks like Vlasic maybe got to it, took a ripper. That puck goes out of play. It's going to be a face-off in the defensive zone for the Blackhawks. Empty net, a minute 32 to go, everybody. Sounds scary. Like big steel, it sounds like. Empty net, the Blackhawks have it in the wild zone. They took a shot, but Boldy blocked it. Bedard, he's there too. He's like, I can harass you guys. I can bother these guys. Obviously, Bedard's going to become their captain in the offseason. Oh, a beautiful steal. Boldy takes a shot. The puck's bouncing around by the Blackhawks net. Can the Wild maintain the possession? No. Boldy goes in to harass Bedard. He ties up his stick. He's behind the net, centers it. Hughes with a minute left on the other side of the point. Looks for Johansson. He's in the close side. Give and go. Hughes sends it to the front of the net. And it's cleared down by the Blackhawks. Icing with less than 40 seconds to go. Nope, the Blackhawks players are sitting on the puck. So the face-off was just, it went right into the far side of the boards, and the Blackhawks just pinned it. Faber retrieves the puck on the close side of the boards. Let's see if Tarasenko can do anything with it. No, a spin pass to Boldy. He's on the far side of the boards. Bedard has it down to one knee, but Faber keeps it in. 14 seconds left on the clock. Hughes at the front. Wild can't find a redirect. They're going to have to get the puck to the front of the net one more time. Boldy, harass, one hand poker. Can he get it anywhere? 4 seconds left. Hughes got to turn and pop. Right in front. The redirect. Oh, play no ball. Where's the puck? Where's the puck? Where's the puck? The goal. The net was crashed. The net was crashed. Where's the puck? Ref says no goal. Players staring. Fans staring. Everybody in awe. Everybody wants the action replay. What time was it? Where is this puck? The action replay is everything at this point in this hockey game, everybody. Oh my gosh, that puck bounced right over the pad of Knight, but it sat in the but Vlasic got there quickly, and Vlasic quickly put it right behind in his pads. So it never got from underneath his butt. Stayed in his butt. Blackhawks win. Well, the Bedards are all done. Let's do a recap, everybody. Let's do a recap of the game. Going to pick up Sam Sell over here. Let's take a look at this, everybody. So we're going to open up our app today. Take a look at our highlights. Blackhawks fans screaming in the stands. You guys are awful. Why are you cheering? What was that? What was that hockey game? You can't beat a bottom three team? Wow. I mean, Eriksson Ek is out. That's a huge. I mean, they had to put Hartman in front of the net. He's so tiny. I mean, when you need that big guy in front of the net. Sometimes you need that size. Standing in front of the net, that's not the right spot for Hartman. I personally don't believe it. Looking at the game, 26 shots for the I almost said Colorado Blackhawks. 26 shots for the Chicago Blackhawks. 29 shots for the Minnesota Wild for tonight. Wild ended up coming away with the 54% face-off percent win. So they ended up being in control of the puck a little bit better. 23 hits from the Wild, only 10 from the Blackhawks. So the Wild, they're showing that they're big and mean. But I want you to be big and I want you to be scoring. I want you to be winning. I don't care if you are big and mean. If you do not win, your big and mean does not help. 12 giveaways for the Blackhawks, 15 for the Wild. So they're both making an even amount of mistakes. Barely over the double digits for the Blackhawks. That is tippable. That is tippable. 4 takeaways for both teams. Both teams able to create interesting offensive opportunities in this hockey game. However, as you noted, the Blackhawks are kind of like the silent sheep. It didn't feel like their attacks were as vicious, but they got breakaways out of nowhere. Bertuzzi had so many opportunities to make this game literally 5-1. Bedard had additional opportunities to make this a 7-1 game. The Wild couldn't figure it out. They couldn't figure it out. They couldn't figure it out. Well done, Chicago Blackhawks. Minnesota Wild, did you? We're not going to talk about those trade deadline pickups just yet, but when it comes to acquiring killer skill, I mean, again, there's two, like there's grit and then there's skill, and you need a combination of both to win the Stanley Cup. Right now, the Wild is trying to figure out what is that synchronicity, what is that break-even point, what is the perfect spot between those two things, and we'll have to see. I am Week Cake and everybody. I thought we had a great time tonight. Of course, we'll take one more look at the cards over here. For tonight, we did get Sam Cogliano. What do they call it? Black Rainbow. Black Rainbow. Sam Cogliano. Right there, right there. Rookie. Another rookie. Gage Gonclaves of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Who's actually could be a pretty decent player, so I'm pretty happy I got that. David Pastrnak. Red-orange color flow. And our big hit of the night would be our Shakir Mukmadulin, the yellow-green. I just said it like that because I feel like that's how it should be said. Mukmadulin. You gotta have the accent, man. Nonetheless, everybody, we'll put it back on me for the last few moments. I am Week Caking. It's been a great time talking to everybody. I will be live streaming this Saturday, 3 o'clock, as we watch the Minnesota Wild take on the Florida Kitties. So I'm excited to talk hockey again with everybody. Thank you so much for being a part of this netcast. I wish everybody a fantastic evening, and thank you for talking hockey with me tonight. Have a fantastic evening. See everybody on Saturday. Hey, hey, hey. Sure. Yeah. Uh-huh, uh-huh.